customized for the education segment, and this has been done with the vision to create one global platform of technology for the education segment. I'll be very glad to walk you through the presentation that I have prepared, because that would be stepwise introduction of the technology that I'm going to talk about, that HP has put in the entire manpower and effort to.
While she is waiting, the society by internet, mobile, all these things, etc., etc. But I feel personally, we have gone thousands years back. Why? We organize big telecom conference events, and in two of the events, in one we had Abdul Kalam, at that time president, and one event Dr. Manmohan Singh, prime minister. We were supposed to launch 4G telecom, 4G mobile service from Gyan Bhavan. Everything was checked, rechecked hundreds of times by us, by government, by DOT, by DIT, by press, by security. But when Prime Minister came, it didn't work.
Mr. Goyal, this is wonderful that while you are running through ICT, I think we also need motivation also. So here with us, Mr. Sanjay Dua, who has got 40 years experience in Delhi with Foreign Ministry and High Commission. May I invite Sanjay to give, to engage the audience how they could motivate to work towards ICT. Sanjay, please.
Oh, thank you very much, and good afternoon to you. I've been teaching for the last 40 years here in Delhi. I hail from Calcutta, but I'm settled in Delhi for the last 40 years. Most of the High Commission and embassies hire my services. But I found in the last 20 years that students are getting out of touch with their writing skills, or even reading or communicating. If they want to send any message, they do it through their mobile phone in computer language. And it's becoming very difficult for me to get students to teach, because they're hardly interested to learn the way we used to learn in our days. So a noble idea came to my mind the other day, I mean 25 years ago, that the best way is to motivate them. How do I do that? So I hit upon a plan one fine morning here in Delhi. I recited some lines of Sir Isaac Newton. I seemed to myself like a child playing along the seashores, collecting shells and pebbles, whereas the vast ocean of knowledge lies undiscovered before me. When they hear this, they get motivated. And I also tell them, look, to be born a gentleman is an accident, but to die one is an achievement. Not only that, a man with two watches, a man wearing one watch knows what time it is, but a man with two watches is never sure of the time. This is what I've been telling. And I also tell them at times, remember, my friends, you have been reading books at school and you forget what you have learned when you come back home. And I read something 45 years ago or 60 years ago, I still remember it. Sir, what is that? What a piece of work is man, how noble in reasons, how infinite in faculty. In action, how like an angel. In appreciation, how like God. Shakespeare in Hamlet. I read 45, 50 years ago, my friends. And you guys forget what you have learned yesterday. Do you know what's written on the graveyard of Shakespeare, where he died? No, sir. But you guys have traveled a lot since your parents are diplomats. And I'm sure you must have been to London. No, sir, we have been, but we've been to the birthplace, but we haven't read what's written on the grave. You know what's written over there? What, sir? Good friends, for Jesus' sake, forbear the dust enclosed here. Of yours? Because teaching is my religious commissioner for his endorsement. If he likes it, it will be a dedication to the Queen on her birthday on 23rd of April this year. The book is called Amrit Vani. However, sir, what is in the book, sir? Heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flights, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards in the night. You have to work hard, my friends. Success will not come automatically to you. There lies the soul whose soul so dead. There lies the man whose soul so dead, who to himself hath never said, this is my land, my native land. Sir, you know so much of things, and I remember a story I read, Village Schoolmaster by Oliver Goldsmith. I trust you remember, sir? Anyway, so about crime. Sir, can you say something about the crimes in the city? Delhi is becoming really very insecure place in the world. Most newspapers are saying it's the capital of crime. Then I tell them a solution. Not to my kids, not to my students, but to the diplomats in their gatherings. Because when they ask me, I have to defend my country, I have to defend my culture and my society, so I tell them, sir, if a part-time pickpocket is left unchecked, becomes an armed robber. Just like a stalker can become a rapist, and a rapist can become a killer. Stopping singles in cricket can win matches. Likewise, attention to small crimes can decrease the incidence of major crimes. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Mr. Sanjay, can I request you, we can continue it afterwards?
No problem, sir. Thank you very much indeed for giving me the opportunity.
Oh, wonderful, sir.
But I hope my book is accepted by the Queen.
Yeah, it is.
And it goes to London.
I would love to have more after lunch session.
Oh,
Please.
I'll try my best.
Yeah.
Because it is English culture, poets and writers through an eyes of an Indian, the name of the book. But actual name is Amritvani, Gospel Truth. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. 9% growth rate is envisaged by the 12th five-year plan of India, which means that it demands all the enabling factors to be put in place for the 9% to be achieved. And two of these enabling factors, critical factors, are information technology and education. Hello everyone. In sync with this blueprint of a developing India, HP India is proud to be bringing innovations from HP Lab for the education segment to collaborate with it and take it to a higher standard of globalization. This is an IDC report which says that which has awarded HP as the MarketScape leader in education and training in 2013. And this is due to the vast education offering that HP has, including customized approach and innovative methodologies. The role of technology in education is more significant than ever before, and the need and the demand of an educational institution now can be achieved conveniently with the culmination of these three technologies: cloud computing technology, mobility, and massive open online content. While we're discussing about focusing on cloud computing technology in education, there have been a couple of benefits. I'd like to understand if any institution present here is using a cloud environment at their campuses, cloud computing. How you're using it, ma'am?
My kids use Dropbox very often for their meeting.
Okay, this is a beautiful example. Absolutely, that's a storage solution. Yes. So if you are using cloud computing technology, you will understand that there are a couple of benefits which we can derive from cloud computing technology. One is the cost benefit, which is due to the subscription-based model that cloud computing technology can offer. Then cloud can offer flexibility. That is, you scale up in the number of campuses, number of students, number of faculty members, cloud computing can immediately support your demand, scaling up or scaling down. And then accessibility. You can access your solution, your technology from anywhere you are. Only thing demanded is the network connectivity. Then there is convenience. The convenience is all about when HP is taking care of the education environment, IT environment of a school or a college, the faculty members and the academicians can concentrate on their core competencies, the pedagogy and various methodologies to deliver their education. This is a PricewaterhouseCoopers report which says that India education market size is going to be US $110 billion by 2015. And a large chunk of this investment is going to be in the ICT, information communication technology, which means that there is a need of standard and quality products across the environment, across the education environment. This is another report. This data from PricewaterhouseCoopers and Wharton shows how the number of educational institutions across various levels are growing in India. And this requires any educational institution to differentiate itself from the competition that is constantly surging. And that can happen by empowering the educational environment with better infrastructure, by facilitating itself. Now here we have HP's Education Cloud. This is designed blending the latest in technology and keeping in mind what is needed in the education segment. This is HPIP, and this is one unified comprehensive solution. We broadly have two parts to the entire HP cloud computing offering that we have. One is a subscription model based software as a service model, which takes care of various campus requirements and learning requirements of a student. And another segment is a training curriculum, a global training curriculum by the name ATA. So in the subscription part, we have four components to it. They are, I'll be briefly highlighting and introducing to each of the components one by one in later slides. While HP is taking care of various needs, IT infrastructure needs of an education environment, it is trying to support the institute, a college or a school in overcoming these challenges which we are currently seeing many of the institutions are facing. Like when they have to deal with multiple vendors for multiple kind of IT facilities they want to acquire for their environment. Then disparate systems, which means that there can be multiple technologies in an environment. One can be based on cloud computing architecture, another can be based on legacy architecture. So there can be disparate architectures. When we go with one vendor, we take care of the management of the entire infrastructure by one individual, and at the same time it takes care of the underlying architecture, which is one. And in this case, this is cloud computing technology. And then the CapEx, the capital expenditure that any educational institution has to incur when the institution has to go with a legacy technology service. Then scaling up or scaling down requirements, and data management and the migration issues. Here I'd be glad to introduce to you the features of the subscription-based model. This is the campus portal we have. With one single login, the community can access all these features. There are 4 features to it. I'm introducing the first one. This is by the name My Room. This is a voice, video, and data collaboration tool. Many institutions are using it for their remote coaching. When the institutions are all going multi-campus these days, they also have to have the teachers training module. And for teachers training also, they are using this solution. Or probably for a couple of initial rounds of HR interviews, couple of engineering colleges are using this feature of HP Education Portal. The second feature we have is by the name Book 24/7, which is an online library. This is a catalog of tens of thousands of books. This is again subscription based. So based on, we have catalogs around various subject matters, and based on the institution's requirement, we offer the access to the institution. And this is, these are the books from established publishers from the globe. And the third feature is a ERP solution ready to be used. The focus here has been to keep it as simple as possible, so that there's a simple collaboration platform that is developed amongst the teachers, students, and the guardians, and the various stakeholders in the education community. And this is the fourth feature, which is a global award-winning solution. We have won the prestigious Wall Street Journal Award for this solution. And this is, with this, we are trying to encourage students for flipped classrooms. And the beauty of this solution is that the algorithm derives video contents which are contextual in nature. That means here on the left hand side we see some text content. If the student is reading a content on thermodynamics, for example, or photosynthesis, the algorithm will read the important topics, those are mentioned on that chapter, and will automatically drive relevant contextual videos from the massive open online content, that is MOOC, and will be listed down there. As this solution is based on cloud computing technology, those videos, those are going to be there on the right hand side of the panel, are dynamic in nature. That means if we click on to this solution after a week, we may not be having the same list of videos. Those are listed there. In that case, the student can save his favorite video, and there are various features again deep down within this solution. So these are the 4 solutions which are combined together, and it forms HP Education Cloud Portal. This is single sign-on solution. And this being on cloud computing technology, we can offer it at a very convenient rate. It is very important to highlight on the price convenience that can be offered, because that is one of the features of cloud computing technology. And this is something for a base, just for understanding, for a base of 500 students, HP is offering it at a price of 4,500 rupees on an average per user per year, which is around 300 rupees per month per user for a complete ERP solution, for this flipped classroom solution, for voice and video collaboration tool, and entire library solution. Then we are coming to the next broad segment of HP's offering, cloud computing offering, which is a curriculum. This is by the name HP ATA, HP Accredited Training Associate Program. This also takes care of Washington Accord, which says that there has to be a universal uniformity in accreditation and accreditation mechanism and the curriculum that is offered across couple of skill-related topics. And this is a program which offers training curriculum across connected devices, network, storage servers, and cloud computing technology. This is mostly IT infrastructure training, and HP offers training from 2 perspectives: IT perspective and business perspective. How this technology can be used in business environment. In this entire module, HP offers books and separate curriculum, and students are also allowed to use HP's enterprise cluster to have their hands on, and there are practice tests at the end, and by the end of it there's a global certification which is again globally recognized. We have partnership with list series of prestigious institutions in India and across the globe for various segments listed here on cloud computing technology. And HP's education portal, which is the single sign-on software as a service layer, this is highly adaptable on any computing device like desktop, laptop, notebook, or a tablet, which makes it very lucrative in an age of mobility. I'd be really glad to take any query or any further understanding if it's required around HP's education cloud. Thank you anyways. Thank you everybody.